This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on the South Today, the 14-year-old girl killed in an alleged Oamaru hit and run has been named. A Buller's albatross has been released near Tairoa Head after it was found a long way from the sea. And from TV presenter to House Transformer, have Melanie Kerr and her husband bitten off more than they can chew? Kia ora, good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. The 14-year-old girl killed in an alleged Oamaru hit and run has been named. Police have confirmed to the Otago Daily Times Zara Joy Blackie, a Year 10 pupil at St Kevin's College, was the girl killed in an alleged hit and run incident on Tuesday night. Floral tributes have been placed at the scene where she died. Police have charged a 30-year-old man in relation to the incident. Detective Senior Sergeant Rob Hanna says the man has been charged with failing to stop to ascertain injury following the crash. 18 months ago, 76 Albany Street was an empty rubbish site. Now it's the home of the Kiora Peace Garden, a place for Dunedinites to come together and collaborate.
The brainchild of environmental social architect Paul MacDonald Gurley. Otago University's Peace Garden is a town and gown initiative in an area which was effectively being used as a rubbish dump.
So what we could see is that if we improved the environment, then people would likewise be able to feel more happy and safe, and we were really conscious about the pressure that's on young people today.
Third-year medical student John Lawrenson later came on board, bringing members of his men's group Tane Armour to help with construction. It's been designed as a stress-free space next to the Central Library, a timely addition to the university landscape with exams in full swing.
It's a high-stress time for a lot of students, so it's really handy to have an area where people can look out and see this new garden that we've built, and they can come across and they can just have a space to be mindful and just take a deep breath and then get back in and attack it again in the library.
The garden at 76 Albany Street grows organic edible vegetables. It's also been used as a teaching space as well as a meeting space for environment groups.
The whole point about the garden is that it's an interface between the university and the surrounding Dunedin community. That's we're the best university in the country for one reason, and that's because we're the only university which has a city built around it rather than a city which has a university inside it.
They hope the garden will grow to new levels next year with a workspace at the back and connections with other gardening groups. In Dunedin, the South Today.
A security camera has captured the moment the driver of a vehicle mowed through a family of ducks, seconds after a woman trying to help them move from the middle of the road. A Queenstown resident reviewed the footage from the camera shortly after the incident earlier this month and contacted police to lay a complaint. A warning, some viewers may find this footage disturbing. The footage shows a group of about 9 ducklings and 2 adult ducks waddling on the footpath before venturing onto the road. The family has 2 near misses with vehicles before a woman in a purple jacket attempts to help the ducks across the road. She can be seen signalling to the driver of the red-coloured Subaru Legacy as it approaches to slow down, but the car does not appear to, driving over several of the ducks while the woman stands just off the footpath. The mother of one of the ducklings were killed. The surviving ducks were sent to Bird Rescue Dunedin and have now been rehomed in the city. A slightly more positive bird story for you now. A Buller's albatross has been released near Tairoa Head after it was found a long way from the sea. A fledgling Dunedin water taxi company were part of the operation and say it went smoothly.
Wanting to break free, this young Buller's albatross was keen to be released into the wild, back onto the sea and to stretch its wings. Wildlife vet nurse Emily Brewer says that the young male wasn't in bad shape when it was found near Te Anau, but just needed a little help from some friends.
It was just storm blow, and originally it was thought to have a broken leg or something, but yeah, it came out with a full, good health check.
Rachel McGregor of Port to Port Cruises was pleased to have the winged passenger on board.
Today we've been involved with releasing a Buller's albatross, a juvenile that was found near Te Anau. And yeah, he's taken off and hopefully is going to find himself some food.
The team returned to shore after successfully letting the bird find its sea legs and wings. McGregor says they typically see Buller's albatross around Taiaroa Head as part of their tours. In Dunedin, the South Today.
A man has been killed in an incident involving a bull on a North Canterbury farm. Police say officers attended a sudden death of a man at a farm in Oxford yesterday around 4 p.m. The man's wife told Stuff the death was an accident. She says it was just a straight out unfortunate set of circumstances that happened and he wasn't doing anything stupid. WorkSafe is now investigating. St John Ambulance say staff attended the incident, which was understood to have involved a bull. An historic Dunedin home is emerging from decades, hidden from the public in a state of disrepair, and one of Dunedin's most affluent suburbs. The Maury Hill home has been bought by television presenter Melanie Kerr, a recent convert to Dunedin.
Emerging from the shadows after years of being overgrown and poorly maintained, this house in Tolkien Avenue in the Dunedin suburb of Maury Hill has been bought by TV presenter Melanie Kerr and her family. A story about the property in the Otago Daily Times 2 months ago has led to plenty of attention and community goodwill.
Well, literally that first week I think I did Ulverstone out of business because I had 100 people come through and look at the house, and that was exactly what I hoped for, to be able to share her with the public.
The home was built in 1929 and owned by the Patrick family for most of its existence, but it fell into disrepair during the lifetime of its last owner, Errol Patrick, who died earlier this year. Kerr and her husband bought the house after moving to Dunedin. She says the interest in it has been overwhelming.
We've had people drop books, history of Maury Hill books in our letterbox. We've had people offer us vintage light fittings. Come, you can have them. If you like them, you can take them. We've had people come by and offer history of the family that lived here, the Patrick family.
James and Elma Patrick lived a privileged lifestyle, invited to all the major events of the day. Their only surviving child, Errol Patrick, became a virtual recluse in his parents' home until his death in February. But despite its appearance, the bones of the house seem to be intact.
Surprisingly and happily, it's much less work than we anticipated. The plaster walls on the inside are straight and true, and the wood is in such good condition. So waiting on council permit for a new bathroom, which is awesome, and yeah, it's all going really well.
She's been steadily cleaning the house out and expects to have plenty more visitors curious to see a unique slice of local history. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Still to come on the South Today, Otago lines up 2 of its most experienced players for the Mitre 10 Cup Championship final tomorrow night, and Dunedin's Ross Holmes celebrates a century of service.
It's that time of year. It's time to get into the garden, and it's time to get your weed eater. Down here at the Power Garden Department at Andersons Bay Road, this year it's all about the cordless weed eater. Come down and see us at Mitre 10 Mega and we'll help you get it done right.
Every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Electrify NZ Dunedin sell quality European designed e-bikes with reliable componentry so that you too can wear the e-bike grin. Call in for your complimentary test ride today or book online. Find us at 249 Cumberland Street, phone 021 035 9820.
Tune in this Friday 5:30 to watch Otago's 2018 Ranfurly Shield win against Waikato, exclusive to Channel 39 thanks to ODT and Sky Sport.
Step into Shop on Carrot and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
It's always really satisfying when a customer comes back after doing a purchase of outdoor furniture and knowing that we've got it done right.
Spring is here and it's time to get in the garden. Ready Lawn will take care of your lawn needs, making lawn care a snap. They will install the perfect lawn while you plant your favourite flowers and vegetables. Call Ready Lawn today so you can enjoy the coming season.
At Green Island Medical Centre, we are committed in caring for our future and present generations. We know as a young person, coming to the doctors can be quite daunting. Our highly skilled doctors and nurses will make your experience one where you will leave with a smile. Your health is very important to us.
Step into Op Shop on St Andrew and discover a place with plenty of bargains for yourself, your friends and the whole family. We have new items arriving every day. Visit us for a fabulous range of economy and upmarket clothing, accessories, books, shoes and more. Shop with us and support your community.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489 2274.
Welcome back. Otago has fared well in the annual Technology Investment Network report, with one of the highest revenue growth rates in the country. Queenstown-based tourism photographers Magic Memories made the top 10 of the overall TIN 200 companies. Dunedin specialist engineering company Scott Technology made the top 10 companies to watch list, and 7 other Otago companies were also in the top 200. The technology sector is now New Zealand's third largest export earner, behind dairy and tourism. Otago has brought back a couple of its most experienced players into the starting lineup for the Mitre 10 Cup Championship final tomorrow night. Hooker Liam Coltman and flanker James Lenchis came into the starting side to take on Waikato in Hamilton. The last time the Razorbacks took on the Mooloos in the Tron, just under a fortnight ago, they came back with the Ranfurly Shield, which they'll keep over the summer. They backed that up with a last-minute one-point victory over Hawke's Bay in their semi-final at Forsyth Bar Stadium last weekend. The win saw captain Michael Collins notch up 50 games for his province. Victory tomorrow night would cap off an excellent season for the fullback, who was awarded the David Latter Trophy at the Otago Rugby Awards earlier this week. The award is voted on by players via a point system after every game. The winner of tomorrow's championship final will gain promotion to the Premiership Division. And as a special entree ahead of tomorrow night's match, Channel 39 will replay that glorious Ranfurly Shield win from the October the 13th in its entirety from 5:30 p.m. For a century, Ross Home has been a part of the North East Valley community and celebrates a century of service. In 1906, the Presbyterian Church formed the Presbyterian Social Services Association, and the need for accommodation was made clear.
Celebrating a significant milestone. Staff and residents of Ross Home cut cake to celebrate 100 years of the facility. Communications and Marketing Manager Warren Rosser says the events are going well.
It's been a really fantastic weekend. We've had people connected to Ross Home in the past come back and reconnect with each other and have a look around Ross Home and enjoy each other's company.
Some of those at a recent event dressed in period costume for the occasion, and Rosser says current residents are also enjoying the celebrations.
We've also had residents participating in the weekend, so we had a high tea with the residents yesterday afternoon, which was really lovely, and they really enjoyed that in all of their units. And then this morning we've had a church service at Knox Presbyterian Church, and we're finishing the weekend with a barbecue lunch, which people are enjoying.
As part of the birthday celebrations, Southern Television has produced a documentary to record the achievements and highlight some of the history of Ross Home as a care facility. In Dunedin, the South Today.
After the break on the South Today, a Dunedin pair battle for the lead against defending title holders in the Targa New Zealand Tarmac Rally. And we take a look at a boutique enterprise that's taken off nicely in Dunedin.
Hello, it's Jeremy down here at Mitre 10 Mega in Andersons Bay. We've got 35 different lawnmowers down in our power garden department. We've got ride-on mowers, petrol mowers, battery operated mowers, push mowers. Did you know we've even got a robot, a little robot lawnmower that pops out during the day when you're at work or play. It'll pop out and mow your lawn. So come down and see me, Jeremy, down in the power garden department at Mighty 10 Mega in Andersons Bay Road, where we'll help you get it done right first time.
Every Kiwi deserves a reliable garage door. Rely on Garrador to protect your important stuff. Just like Darren, his Garrador keeps his favourite ride in mint condition. We have a huge range at affordable prices. Visit our website for a free consultation. We stand behind every door.
Tune in this Friday 5:30 to watch Otago's 2018 Ranfurly Shield win against Waikato, exclusive to Channel 39, thanks to ODT and Sky Sport.
At Green Island Medical Centre, we are committed in caring for our future and present generations. We know as a young person, coming to the doctors can be quite daunting. Our highly skilled doctors and nurses will make your experience one where you will leave with a smile. Your health is very important to us.
Active Interior Design in Mornington are the curtain and blind experts. The team can even advise you on outdoor products and will ensure that everything is perfect. For interior design with flair, call Active to book your free in-home consultation or call into the showroom in Mornington.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Step into Op Shop on St Andrew and discover a place with plenty of bargains for yourself, your friends and the whole family. We have new items arriving every day. Visit us for a fabulous range of economy and upmarket clothing, accessories, books, shoes and more. Shop with us and support your community.
For more than 50 years, Roslyn Mowers and Heating have been selling and servicing quality lawn mowers and outdoor power equipment. Bring your mower, chainsaw, garden equipment in for repair or service and you go in the draw to win a Husqvarna petrol line trimmer. See you in store soon.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
I just like it. It's something that you can see the fruits of your own labour. You put it right now, you don't have as much to do at Christmas. You come see me, Derek, in the garden department, and then we get it done right.
Motor Trade Finance proudly brings you Rural Delivery. A look at the places and faces behind New Zealand agriculture. Tuesday evenings 8:30, repeating Saturday morning at 8 and Sunday afternoons 4:30.
Thanks for staying with us. Dunedin Peer Martin Dippy and Greg Bull are battling for the lead with defending title holders Glenn Inkster and co-driver Spencer Wynne at the Southern South Island-based Targa New Zealand Tarmac Rally. The 5-day rally began in Invercargill on Tuesday, winding its way through the south before finishing at Highlands Motorsport Park near Cromwell on Saturday. It's the 24th edition of the rally and the first in the south since 2014. Four-time event winners Inkster and Wynne are holding both the overall event lead and the 2- and 4-wheel drive extreme class lead. Day 3 saw competitors head north for 8 closed course special stages between Wakawaiti and Duntroon. World Rally Championship driver Hayden Patton is set to join the field on Saturday for a run over the Crown Range stage in his 2018 New Zealand Rally Championship winning Hyundai. From green pasture to green cosmetic products, a Dunedin woman's boutique enterprise is taking off nicely. A few years ago, the woman left behind Simple Naked soaps, was going to make goat's milk cheese, but changed her mind.
Although they may just seem like a herd of goats, they are creating something extra special.
I make goat's milk soap. So we have a herd of goats, and so I milk the goats, and with that milk I put it into the soap, just using nice natural oils. So I don't use what they call SLSs or additives or anything like that. I just use nice oils and goat's milk.
Tracy started making soap 3 years ago and got goats with the hope of using their milk to make cheese. However, had an idea to create soap using it instead.
But I thought, oh no, I'm going to try and have a go at making some goat's milk soap, which I did, and it turned out great, and I used it, and I gave some to my friends, and my friends said, oh, this is really nice, you should go to market. I was like, no, and they said, yeah, go to market and see. So I did my first little market in a field full of cow pats, and hardly anybody turned up, but I sold everything.
What started with 2 goats is now 22, and Tracy is full-time making soap for her and partners Malcolm Gawn's business, Simple Naked Soap.
And I just gradually increased the little markets that I did, and the more I was making, the more I was selling, and then it's just gone from there.
Creating the product wasn't the most straightforward process. In fact, there are many components to it, and it takes a long time.
So I milk the goats, I take the milk and I pop it into a container that I need, and I put it in the freezer. After 48 hours it's all ready for me to use, so I take it out the freezer, and then you have to add sodium hydroxide, which is caustic soda. So you slowly mix the caustic soda in with the frozen milk, so it all gets melted, keeping it nice and white. While it's doing that, you measure out all your oils that you needed. So I've measured out all my oils, and then I mix all the oils together, giving them a really good stir. By this time, my sodium hydroxide and my goat's milk has melted down to liquid again. So then I slowly add that into the oils. Once I've done that, I give it a really good stir, so it's really got to mix up well. And it comes together as like a pancake batter. So at this stage here, or maybe just before that, I would mix in my clays or my essential oils and everything like that. Then get all that, mix that up, mix it together, or how I want to do it, and I would pour it into a mould. Then from the mould you would leave it for 24 to 48 hours until it's nice and hard, and then you pop it out. So from then popping it out, give it another 24 hours, and then I would cut it with my cutter. So, and by this time the sodium hydroxide is near enough disappeared, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to touch it with my hands and things. And then once it's cut, I then put it on a rack and I'll leave it for 4 to 6 weeks to cure. And the curing means that more water in that is evaporating from it and making a harder bar of soap.
As the business keeps growing, Tracy says they have big plans for it in the future.
I'm going to need more goats. I see us going very far. It's just work, it's just hard work and just pushing us.
In Dunedin, the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. The 14-year-old girl killed in an alleged Oamaru hit and run has been named as Zara Joy Blackie, a Year 10 pupil at St Kevin's College. A Buller's albatross has been released near Tairoa Head after it was found a long way from the sea thanks to a little help. And a historic Dunedin home is emerging from decades hidden from the public in a state of disrepair in one of Dunedin's most affluent suburbs. And now look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome Barry Stewart, what have you got
Melissa.
for us?
Well, we have an exclusive interview with the family of the 14-year-old girl who was killed in the car incident in Oamaru on Wednesday. So have a look at that one. The Dunedin City Council has commissioned an independent review to help decide whether it should join the local government funding agency. Bit of controversy over that. Targa Girls High School in Dunedin has agreed to let its pupils wear trousers to school, and it's a first, we believe, for a Dunedin girls' school.
Fantastic, because you get cold legs in winter.
Well, of course you do. Of course you do. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Enterprise Dunedin has appointed a public relations agency in Australia to support the Australian market and Dunedin's opportunities there. A big Dunedin apartment development is planned for the former Roosters site in Roslyn, And rugby writer Stephen Hepburn covers all the angles of Otago's Mitre 10 Championship rugby final against Waikato in Hamilton tomorrow. So if you want to know anything about the game and our prospects, have a look at the ODT tomorrow.
Wonderful. Hopefully they do well. Thank you for that. And now it's time for a look at tomorrow's weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by MoleMap.
Tonight's southern view is of today's rain because you might not have seen enough of it already. Looking at the situation, cooler weather is on the way for a few days as cold fronts bring mostly west to southwesterly airflow to the South Island, with showery periods in Southland and Otago. Starting off at the northwest of the South Island, Greymouth and Westport can expect rain and a high of 17 degrees. Across to the northeast, Nelson is cloudy with a high of 16 degrees, and it is similar for Blenheim but slightly cooler on 14. And to Canterbury, a cloudy day for Kaikoura with a high of 13 degrees. Christchurch and Ashburton are also grey with a 13-degree high for both of you. Looking at the southern towns, Catlins, Balclutha, Lumsden and Gore are in for decreasing light to moderate northeasterlies with 11 and 13-degree highs. Heading westwards to the Central Lakes area, expect it to be cloudy, then become fine with fresh light winds and highs of 10 in Wanaka, Alexandra and Queenstown. Tiana, you're the warmest of these centres with a high of 13 degrees. Looking at the northern towns, Timaru and Oamaru can expect moderate northerly showers with a high of 11 degrees for you both. Clear skies inland for Amarama and Twizel with light winds and a chilly high for this time of year of 10 degrees. And in Dunedin, cloudy tonight with light easterlies with an overnight low of 7. Cloudy and cold tomorrow with breezy northeasterlies, a high of 11 and a low of 8. Mostly cloudy on Saturday too, but a few sunny periods sneak in at times during the day. Looking at milder temperatures with a high of 14 degrees and a low of 6. And in Invercargill, becoming fine tonight with an overnight low of 3. Mostly fine and sunny tomorrow with milder northerly winds developing, a high of 14 and a low of 5. Cloud will increase and showers develop during the afternoon on Saturday with fresh cold southwesterlies for a time. Looking at a high of 14 degrees and a low of 7. That wraps up our news for this Thursday. For the latest news from the southern region, head online and follow us on Facebook, YouTube and at channel39.co.nz, as well as odt.co.nz. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.